Jitan here and welcome to TradersTV. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to analyze your 2017 trading results to make sure you start 2018 with a bang. Really important. A lot of professional traders look back historically at their trades and analyze their strengths and weaknesses. So this is what we're going to be looking at today.
So what do your 2017 trading results say about you? It's probably a question that most beginner traders simply do not want to answer. And it's the exact question that people need to answer in order to actually improve their trading for the long term. You see, trading is about knowing your weaknesses, accepting them, and working with them or around them. Too often, I find new traders want to make sure they're right on everything they do. They want to get their analysis right. They want to get the direction right. They want to get the trade right. They want to win on every trade. And it's just not going to happen. Trading is just about understanding it's a game of probabilities. We're going to get it right. We're going to get it wrong sometimes. That's part and parcel of the game. However, too often people focus so much on their weaknesses, they try to fight who they are. And you're not going to change the person you become over the many years that you've been living. The key is to identify what weaknesses you have and either try to work with them or try to work around them. And you're not going to be able to identify what those weaknesses are if you don't have some kind of review process in place. So asking yourself this question, what your 2017 trading results say about yourself, is going to be a real eye-opener. Probably quite scary as well for a lot of people. For professional traders, we do this on a weekly basis. But of course, an end of year review is absolutely essential so we don't become what we call an insane trader. We keep on doing the same thing, expecting a different result. So whilst you want to get into the habit of doing this on a weekly basis, giving yourself an overall summary of the year that you've had is going to be the best way to start off the new year. So here are some important statistics that you may want to be looking at when you're analyzing your 2017 trading results. The first thing is this: your profit and loss on a monthly basis. This is basically asking what was your profit and loss for the month of January, February, March, April, May, and so on. But the key thing is this: we have to take it one step further and we have to try to identify commonalities. Why was that a profitable month? Why was that a losing month? Was there any key things that you can identify within those months that could be a commonality to why the month ended profitable or a loss? So, for example, you may have had a losing month and you may have been on holiday trying to trade on the beach with a very poor internet connection. That is probably going to be not the right environment to trade from what your results say. So straight away, if you go on a holiday again in 2018, you're not going to trade. Simply put away your platform, don't even open up your charts, do some reading around trading or whatever it may be. But already you know that it just doesn't make any sense, okay? Because historically it's proven not to be effective for you. Similarly, there might be another scenario where you might have had a profitable month and actually that was the month where you were trading part-time. You had a lot more time to trade. So you may then in the new year try to find out how you can replicate some of those successes. So the key is to try to identify the commonalities between your profitable and your losing months. The second thing is this: you want to try and analyze the overall profitability or overall loss factor for the strategies you trade. So whatever strategies you're trading, you want to see what the profit and loss was total in the whole year. If by the end of the year you can see that on one strategy you've been trading it every day, every month for the whole year and it actually resulted in a loss, then you need to think to yourself, is that something I really want to be trading in 2018? So you have to go back to the drawing board and you have to look at the results and you have to think about, well, why did it not perform that well? Because considering the fact that you're trading it every day, okay, every single month of the year, it's a pretty long time and it's a pretty decent sample size for you to make these kind of judgments and conclusions. Of course, with professional traders, we wouldn't have waited to the end of the year. We would have been tracking this on a weekly basis because it doesn't make any sense. If we can identify after 4 to 6 weeks that a strategy just keeps on losing for us, why would we want to keep on trading it? It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so if you haven't done that on a weekly basis, certainly the end of year basis is going to be really, really important for you to move forward in a productive and profitable way. And another metric to consider will be trying to identify your winning streaks. Okay, now we all go through them. You may not remember a winning streak. It may have been in February, and you may not have had a winning streak since then. But at some point in the year, you have had a good winning streak. The key is to identify that time period and identify why. What were the market conditions? What were the currencies or indices, commodities you were trading? Where were you? What was your environment? What else was going on in your life during that period of time that could have caused a really good decision making for you? So winning streaks, you need to identify them, try to find out why and what the commonalities were when you had those winning streaks. On the other side of that, you need to look at your losing streak. So, why did you go through such a strong losing period? Did you start having 3, 4, 5 losing trades and you started doubling down, trying to get your money back, and it just further compounded your losses? Something called revenge trading. Something straight away that you could have controlled. Instead of having a 10% loss, you might have had a 5% loss if you just kept disciplined. Okay, so straight away in your review process for the end of the year, you can see that does not work, and then you can use that to formulate your 2018 trading plan. Okay, so the losing streaks are going to be obviously very important to identify, to see if there's any commonalities between those, because you want to try and avoid that scenario again in the new year. And lastly, how many things did you trade in the year that was against your trading plan that you set out at the beginning of the year? And you may not have set out a trading plan at the beginning of the year. Some of you may have only been trading for the past few weeks, but this is going to be very important. Of course, we do this on a weekly basis, but at the beginning of the year, you're going to be saying to yourself, okay, this is the type of trader I am. These are the setups that I look for. These are the market conditions I trade, and these are the strategies that I'm going to use to get me into the markets. That is your game plan. You need to be reviewing how well you are actually executing that game plan. Because if you find yourself not executing that game plan, then you need to think about what you're doing. It may just be more of an expensive hobby and more of a gambling practice than actually a proper trading business where you're looking to make a decent return. So you really have to think about this. It's really important we have a plan and then we execute what we say on our plan. Now, if you have a losing month, it may not be your fault. Okay, losing months happen. However, if you keep on having a losing month every single month, then it certainly is your fault, because it's well within your control to identify reasons why you're losing and to formulate a plan around it. The review process helps you measure yourself in the things you need to stick to and the things you need to change. If you don't have a plan, then how do you have any way to measure yourself? And then if you don't have any way to measure yourself, how do you have any way to improve yourself? Okay, so even if you've been trading for the past week or the past 2 weeks, or you've been trading since the beginning of the year, it doesn't matter. Analyze your 2000 trading results with the statistics that I've just given you and try to formulate a plan around the new year on how you're going to capitalize on your strengths and avoid or work on some of the weaknesses you've identified in 2017.
So I hope you found that video to be of value. You can now see just how important analyzing your previous trading results are to your future success. Something else that's going to help you greatly is to attend one of our free Forex trading workshops at a workshop close to you. Click on the link below and see your closest one and make sure you register to attend. I'll see you next time.